This is Chastacho.
Disillusionment in philosophy should not lead to devaluing life. Over-precision and clarity can lead to disdain for ambiguity. Realizing long-held deceptions, one may embrace harsh realities. Free thinking has evolved, challenging past naivetes. Philosophers often misappropriate moralist teachings. Denial of truth can be more honest to oneself than to others. Some prefer uncertainty over definitive truth. Questioning truth can undermine knowledge and faith. The concept of natural law may imply naive superstition. Philosophers struggle against the notion that history overshadows philosophy. Free intellect faces the terror of its own origins and outcomes. Philosophical skepticism is often met with disdain. Knowledge's benefits come with potential harms. Philistines' desire for metaphysics often leads to ridicule. Enthusiasts defend their beliefs to validate themselves. Goodness in literature attracts one to life. Historians find joy in the ever-changing nature of history. Thinkers can be likened to different types of springs. Life's complexity resists simple depiction. Doubt initiates the pursuit of truth. Speaking on free thinking may cause discomfort to those unready to question. Humorously reinterpreting creation undermines certainty. Idealists adapt even to disillusionment. The nature of applause reflects on the performative aspect of life. True intellect embraces tedium. Intellectual exploration involves personal dynamics. Obscurantism seeks to obscure truth through intellectual means. Art suffers under dense philosophical mysticism. Critique of artists' detachment from reality. Artistic work often seeks to reimpose simplicity on complexity. Scientific inquiry faces illusions of ultimate answers. Artists and scholars falsely assume expertise. The joy of discovery outweighs the utility of known truths. Unjust self-blame is harder to bear than external injustice. Knowledge of one's actions' moral weight varies individually. Self-deception in love mirrors broader patterns of self-delusion. Vanity's denial often indicates deeper issues. Morality's subjective testing remains elusive. The full measure of character emerges under pressure. Deception in love leads to introspective betrayal. Love requires recognition and appreciation of differences. Dreams can reveal deeper truths about one's conscience. Joylessness drives excess, not joy. Complaints inherently seek redress or revenge. True injustice feels more grievous when self-inflicted. Sympathy may overstep, assuming understanding where there is none. Persistent effort without fulfillment questions the value of achievement. Joy signifies goodness, not necessarily wisdom. Nature's reflections on human character are multifaceted. Personal strength opposes the collective will's dominance. Intellectual honesty surpasses superficial piousness. Science's honesty challenges religious convictions. The poet's future vision involves portraying noble ideals. Art's decline into theatrics signals its waning influence. Beauty may require a circuitous path through utility. Artists' outward focus may hinder personal growth unless driven by ambition for glory. Satisfying one era's elite may not satisfy future generations. Identification with art suggests personal excellence, but may invite critique from others. Speech often fails to convey deep emotions, leading to shame in expressing them. Long separation from art reveals its non-essential nature. Art should not exhaust the creator's strength to maintain a healthy impression. Refined art doesn't cater to the undiscriminating or the unappreciative. True art springs from an inner transformation, not dependency. Artistic genius thrives by challenging conventional reverence, accumulating legitimate spoil. Urban poets often blend wit with vulgarity, possibly due to their environments. Greek restraint in language suggests a balance between intellectual clarity and passionate intensity. Lawrence Stern exemplifies freedom in writing, balancing seriousness with jest. Future art should focus on reality, selectively presenting it. Art spans repose and excitement. Deviations indicate artistic insecurity or decline. Modern art's vibrant background may undermine the portrayal of heroic qualities. Overladen style results from abundant resources but lacks organizing principle. Grotesqueness often precedes and outlasts the appreciation for beauty in art. Early art joyfully acknowledged understanding, experiences, excitement, overcoming adversity, and symmetry. Successive ideas should be spaced for clarity. Mediocrity can enhance distinction. Artists leverage perceived weaknesses or roughness for emotional impact or artistic merit. Excessive memory can hinder original thought. Great art may inspire but also intensify the viewer's desires and expectations. Artistic exaggeration can betray anxiety about conveying liveliness. Art evolves, moving away from traditions, necessitating new expressions. Modernity's refined joy contrasts with ancient, robust happiness. Art and poetry have historically served to distract from or transfigure life's ugliness. Natural history should inspire a pursuit of knowledge, reflecting on humanity's evolution and aspirations. Humanity's collective genius is emerging through a comprehensive understanding of history. Culture thrives when balanced by critical examination of human flaws and achievements. Modern sensitivity towards suffering contrasts with ancient, robust celebration of life. Homer's paradox, human suffering as fodder for future storytelling. Some ideas, initially regarded as erroneous, find validation and grounding over time. Opposition is necessary for growth and reflection on personal and collective achievements. Genius's self-interest may overlook or undervalue contemporaries' contributions. A prophet's ultimate challenge is self-doubt after achieving persuasive success. Philosophical succession, from creative genesis to intricate elaboration and dependency. Interpreting authors narrowly misses the broader implications of their work. Collaborative creativity blends thought and sentiment, balancing clarity with emotional restraint. The tension in art history arises from evolving conventions and eventual need for renewal. Great artists influenced by passion, risking intellectual stagnation in their audience. Artistic movements without deep foundations can become fanatically one-dimensional. Music's emotional journey should be immersive, contrasting older structured compositions. Art's purpose extends beyond creating masterpieces. It's meant to enhance everyday life and interpersonal relations. Good books evolve in perception, gaining depth and respect over time. Artistic extravagance can be a deliberate, effective tool, not necessarily tied to genuine wealth. Genius's limited repertoire is skillfully disguised, contrasting with talent's more apparent limitations. Authorial anonymity might enhance a book's impact, focusing on content over persona. Highlighting ideals can be the most incisive critique. Books targeting broad appeal may lack depth, contrasting with works that resonate with a specific audience. Modern music's allure risks overstimulation, suggesting a return to simpler, more human connections. Books, even those challenging, enrich even their detractors. Youthful criticism often stems from resistance to being profoundly affected by new ideas. Great poetry reflects cumulative historical and cultural wisdom, misconceived as divine inspiration. Art strives for the presentation of harmonious, self-contained perfection, a challenge often unmet. Art's role in restoration periods involves a nostalgic, temporary rekindling of past cultures. Modern culture benefits from historical inclusivity and global awareness, despite potential superficiality. Education's randomness and the educator's own limitations perpetuate a cycle of incomplete personal development. Modern society's mixture of ardor and indifference shapes the contemporary artistic and philosophical landscape. Engaging with art without the need to combat societal ills allows for a purer, more focused cultural contribution. Art education should inspire action towards holistic well-being and societal progress, not just aesthetic appreciation. Genius and culture must be critically examined to prevent the oversimplification and idolization of complex human achievements. Error of philosophers. Philosophers overvalue the structure of their philosophy. Not realizing its real worth lies in its foundational elements, which future generations can use to build new insights. Wit as epitaph. Wit humorously marks the end of an emotion, encapsulating its essence in a brief, clever expression. The moment before solution. In science, the moment of frustration just before solving a problem is likened to struggling with a knot that seems tighter just before it loosens. Among the visionaries. Engaging with visionaries, even if it leads to a moderate insanity, expands the intellect towards a cosmopolitan understanding, embracing all intellectual concepts as familiar. Keen air of science. The stimulating yet mild atmosphere in science, though often misunderstood by those more sensitive like artists, is crucial for fostering a healthy intellectual environment. Nobility in science versus art. Science demands a nobler nature than art, valuing simplicity, restraint, and a dedication to the community of knowledge over individual fame. Piety obscuring greatness. Great individuals are often later attributed with the virtues of their era, leading to their true essence being obscured by layers of undue veneration and misinterpretation. Truth on its head. Misinterpreting or upending truth doesn't change one's own misguided perspective. It highlights a personal disorientation. Fashion's origin and utility. Fashion, arising from individual satisfaction, leads to societal harmony by aligning personal appearances with collective norms, easing social interactions. Looseners of tongues. Certain individuals and events provoke others into revealing deep-seated truths or secrets, acting as catalysts for disclosure and sometimes for societal upheaval. Intellectual freedom of domicile. Embracing a nomadic intellect allows for the appreciation of diverse perspectives, fostering a sense of belonging to a broad intellectual tradition rather than being confined by narrow views. The Muses' love. The Muses, in their love, grant both inspiration and suffering, reflecting the dual nature of creative endeavor, where one sacrifices personal sight for visionary insight. Against music cultivation. Prioritizing visual arts education over music can offer tangible benefits in life's observation and interpretation, suggesting a more holistic approach to artistic education. Trivial discoveries. Highly intelligent individuals often find immense satisfaction in discovering seemingly minor details or truths, showcasing the depth and variety of intellectual pursuit. Morals in science. The advancement of science relies on a balance between trust and skepticism among researchers, fostering a culture of integrity and collective progress. The partisan. True partisans cease to learn, guided only by their biases. Solon, who remained impartial, exemplifies lifelong learning, critical for societal vitality. German character, according to Goethe. Goethe critiqued the German lack of aesthetic and intellectual freedom, urging transcendence beyond national stereotypes for global contribution. Remaining stationary in chaos. In tumultuous times, stepping back to reassess one's position can safeguard one's mental well-being. Combating socialism. The affluent can counter socialism by moderating extravagance and supporting state efforts to tax luxury, reflecting on their own desires mirrored in socialist discontent. Party tactics. Political parties malign members who become critical of their doctrines, fearing nuanced perspectives more than outright opposition. Strengthening parties through injustice. Experiencing injustice can solidify a party's internal cohesion, providing a sense of moral high ground. Manipulating history for power. Tyrants distort history to position themselves as culminations of historical progress, securing their legacy. Perception of party writers. Partisan writers, though passionate, often alienate outsiders, their fervor sounding more like a call to arms than a pursuit of truth. Rejecting self-critique. Leaders who criticize their own methods risk alienating their followers who see such introspection as a betrayal. Wealth and intellect. Wealth requires intellectual management to avoid societal strife and personal stagnation, suggesting that wealth's true value lies in the cultivation of intellect and culture. Commanding and obeying. Both commanding and obeying bring joy, the former in its novelty, the latter in its familiarity, highlighting the dynamics of leadership and service. Ambition for danger. Ambition can drive parties to assume risky positions, emphasizing the allure of overcoming extreme challenges. Symbolism of humility. Achieving widespread acclaim may require adopting symbols of humility, resonating with broader societal values. Influence of injustice on parties. Parties use perceived injustices as a strategic tool to rally support and justify their positions, exploiting human empathy for political gain. Preserving the past for legacy. Leaders seeking posthumous recognition manipulate historical narratives to ensure their contributions are seen as historically significant. Party writers' dissonance. The zeal of party-affiliated writers can alienate those outside their circle, their enthusiasm sometimes masking deeper issues within the party. Alienation from self-criticism. Leaders and movements that self-critique face the challenge of maintaining follower loyalty, as introspection can be seen as weakness or betrayal. Wealth's societal impact. Wealth without intellectual or cultural engagement can lead to societal envy and unrest, hinting at the need for a more enlightened approach to affluence. Joy in leadership and submission. The dynamics of power and submission illustrate the complex pleasures found in both leading and following, underscoring the human need for structure and direction. Ambition's risky appeal. Political and social movements that embrace high-risk strategies can find themselves at the forefront of change, driven by the desire to confront and overcome monumental challenges. Societal stability through humility. Symbolic acts of humility can serve as a powerful tool for leaders and movements to connect with a wider audience, grounding their aspirations in relatable human experiences. Strategic exploitation of injustice. Political entities may strategically invoke injustices to consolidate internal loyalty and assert moral superiority, a tactic that manipulates human empathy for political ends. Legacy through historical manipulation. The desire for a lasting legacy can lead individuals to reshape historical narratives, ensuring their contributions are viewed as pivotal moments in a larger historical context. Party allegiance and alienation. The fervor of party-affiliated writers, while galvanizing for some, can create a divisive atmosphere, highlighting the challenges of maintaining broad appeal amidst partisan enthusiasm. Challenges of self-reflection in leadership. Movements and leaders who engage in self-reflection risk alienating their base, highlighting the delicate balance between introspection and maintaining a united front. Intellectual engagement with wealth. The discussion suggests that wealth without intellectual or cultural engagement fosters societal envy and potential unrest, advocating for a more enlightened stewardship of affluence. Pleasures and pitfalls of power. The text explores the nuanced pleasures of both commanding and following, revealing the complex interplay between the desire for control and the comfort found in obedience, reflecting on human social dynamics. confronting and embracing risk. The narrative underscores the allure of embracing high-risk strategies for political and social movements, showcasing the human drive to overcome challenges and effect change. Humility as a unifying force. The emphasis on humility as a strategy for broader societal acceptance suggests the power of relatable human experiences in bridging divides and fostering collective unity. Moral superiority through injustice. The tactical invocation of perceived injustices by political entities to foster loyalty and assert moral superiority underscores the manipulative potential of appealing to human empathy for political advantage. Historical legacy and manipulation. The desire to manipulate historical narratives for a lasting legacy highlights the complex interplay between personal ambition and the collective historical memory, suggesting a nuanced understanding of legacy building. Partisan writing and division. The analysis of the impact of partisan writing on societal division offers insights into the challenges of maintaining a broad appeal amidst deeply entrenched partisan loyalties, reflecting on the broader implications for political discourse, self-reflection, and leadership. The exploration of the challenges associated with self-reflection in leadership positions reveals the delicate balance required to maintain unity and forward momentum in political and social movements, highlighting the complexities of introspective leadership. Wealth, intellectual engagement, and society. The discussion concludes with an emphasis on the importance of intellectual and cultural engagement in stewarding wealth, suggesting a pathway toward a more enlightened and equitable societal structure reflecting on the transformative potential of wealth when aligned with cultural and intellectual pursuits.
This is Just That Joe.